Hello, we have been learning more about tenses in our grammar segment recently. We also got a quick glimpse of the participles and the perfect forms of these tenses. In this video, we will look at the perfect form of the present tense in a more detailed way. So, what is the present perfect tense? The simplest explanation would be that the present perfect links the past and the present. So you must be wondering, why do we even have to link the past and the present? Take a look at these two sentences. The first sentence is, I live in Chennai, which means you're living in Chennai at present. The second statement is, I lived in Chennai. This describes an action that is completed. It implies that you used to live in Chennai but not anymore. Now consider this sentence. I have lived in Chennai for 2 years. Here, have lived is the present perfect form and it is used to imply that the action began 2 years ago and it still continues to the present. Now, what do we understand from this example? We can construct the present perfect tense by adding has or have to the past participle. The past participle is constructed by adding ed to the verb. So the past participle of the verb like is liked, which is like, plus ed, which is liked. So remember the rule. The present perfect tense is built by adding has or have to the past participle of the verb. The present perfect tense describes a situation or action that started in the past and is continuing into the present. Such as this statement, I have worked in this company for 7 years. Further, it also describes an action performed during a period that is not yet finished. For instance, it has rained a lot this year, but the year is not over yet. Or consider this example, I have already watched 5 films this week. The week is not yet over again. However, keep in mind that we cannot use the present perfect to refer to past time that is finished. Here are two incorrect sentences using the present perfect form to refer to an action completed in the past. I have watched 5 films last week. This is incorrect. I have watched 5 films yesterday is also incorrect because both of these actions were completed in the past. The present perfect describes a repeated action in an unspecified period between the past and the present. For instance, I have seen Bahubali 7 times. This sentence tells us that the person saw Bahubali 7 times, but it does not say anything about the specific period of time in which this person watched it. The present perfect tense is used to describe an action that was completed in the very recent past, expressed by just or recently. Consider these two examples. I have just seen Bahubali. Or scientists have recently discovered a new species of butterflies. Lastly, we use the present perfect tense to describe things that happened in the past when it is not important when it happened. Consider this example. He has seen Bahubali. Or this other example, I have been to Mumbai. The emphasis is on whether he saw the film or not rather than when he watched it. So to recap, the present perfect tense, which is constructed by adding has or have to the past participle of the verb to refer to a time in the past which is still continuing to the present. Now listen to the following conversation. The tape script for this conversation will appear on the screen. The present perfect forms of the words are highlighted for your convenience.
I heard Tamil superstar Ajit is coming up with a new film.
Oh yes, it's called Vivegam.
I haven't seen his films for almost 5 years.
What? I'm a die-hard fan. I have already seen his last film 3 times. Why would you not watch his films?
I don't know. I used to like his films earlier. He has done a lot of sensible family dramas in the past. But nowadays he only makes commercial entertainers.
How can you say that if you haven't watched any of his recent films?
Well, I have seen the trailers for most of them.
Hey, please don't judge a film by its trailer. The new film has been shot mainly in Europe with international technicians, and the music is scored by Anirudh, who has never made a bad album in recent times. I'm sure that you will enjoy the film.
Looks like you're very excited about it. Let's go watch it together then.
Sure.